such a time. Oh my god.
Last one.
Nothing. In 5 minutes we'll start.
There we go.
What time is it? We'll get started in about 5 minutes. smiling. If I can find the document. It's access denied for the document. I have to re-download it. Hold on.
I can like clear up a chair if you need.
I got it. It's in my downloads. Yep, here it is. Okay.
Here you go.
Ready? Hello, everybody. I will be calling this to order, if everyone has a moment. Thank you. First off, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Student Government 2026 Inauguration Reception for the future 94th Senate. I am Abigail Andry. I am the speaker for the 93rd Student Government. I just first off wanted to say thank you to everyone who's taken the time to be here today, from senators to the coordinators, to all the students who have gotten involved, all the administrators, those who have helped pick out the awards, and everyone else who took the time to be here today. With that, we'll move on into some of our awards that we have. Our first award is the Dr. Dwayne Orr Teacher of the Year Award. The Dr. Dwayne Orr Teacher of the Year Award was established in 1995 to recognize MNSU instructors that excel in helping students learn through their exceptional teaching ability and outstanding service to the Minnesota State University. Students nominate an instructor by sending a letter of support to the student government. Past award recipients include Sonia Mish, Kyle Ward, David Bremers, John Estelle, Norma Crumwide, Tom Englot, Jonathan Hicks, Scott Legure, and Jason Kaufman. The students or staff that nominated this person, if you would like to step up and introduce our 2026 Dr. Dwayne Orr Teacher of the Year Award. Are those students here today? Perfect. Step on.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Baraket. And for this year's award for the Dwayne Orr Teacher would be Dr. Dave Rashid. And I'd like you to give a round of applause. Yep. And I would like to invite Dr. Dave Rashid to the stage. Yep.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I just want to take a little time to acknowledge how much overwhelmed and little emotional I'm feeling right now. 2 months back, I lost my dad, and being a single child, having my mom 4,000 miles away, I was in a situation thinking that should I even go back to United States or not, or should I make a major, decision to just stay back in India. The reason why you see me standing here are my students. I feel the smile on my face, and I feel the courage because the support I've got from them is immense. I felt that why I should be back because I see the value, and my decision of joining to academia, they prove me right every single day. I see this success very closely when I see them getting full-time job offers and internships and doing fantastic in research. I think I'm honored, and it's not just unforgettable evening for myself and for my students, but they also gave a chance to my mom and my family to celebrate and enjoy this joy. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm going to move this down a bit. There we go. Up next, we have the Vic Swenson Student Friendly Award. This is another very important award to the students, is the Vic Swenson Student Friendly Award. It recognizes faculty, staff, and administrators that have demonstrated outstanding friendliness in assisting students in creating a community atmosphere. Some past recipients include Travis Bethel, Pekau Lee, Kellyanne Kling, Beckney Galler, Rodna Das, Kent Paulson, and Gary Plim. Now, would the students or the administrators who nominated this person please step up to the mic and introduce our winner for the 2026 Vic Swenson Student Friendly Award.
Good afternoon. I'm Greg Wilkins, the Associate Director of the Centennial Student Union Student Activities, and it gives me great pleasure and honor to be able to recognize Crystal Watts, the Assistant Director of Community Engagement.
Y'all gonna make me cry on a Wednesday. I am a first generation student. 20 years ago, I was sitting in a class with my stepdad, who was also a first generation student. I grew up on military bases. I'm a re-careered woman. And I find myself in higher education because I see me running all over this place. The thing that guides me every day is that students are humans first. And if you go from that approach, there's nothing you can't accomplish and there's no need that you can't meet. So that's kind of what drives me to be a friend. Sometimes a mom, but mostly a friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Lastly, a very important award to the student government students is the Administrator of the Year Award. This award recognizes an administrator who has demonstrated an outstanding support, guidance, and friendliness in assisting the student leadership while fostering a community atmosphere. Some past recipients include Kelly Meyer, Matt Cecil, Mark Johnson, Tim Adams, Henry Morris, Chris Corley, and David Cowan. If the people who have decided this award would like to step up and speak about it.
Hold on a second, guys. A lot to figure out. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Neha Kafe, and I'm the current Vice President of Student Government. When me and President Gordon were deciding on this award, we were going back and forth with a lot of different administrators. And if you ask us why, that's because we have monthly meetings with almost all the administrators, and we hear opinions that none of the students do. And standing here today, I know for a fact, no matter who gets this award, each and every administrator are here for us, and they've worked really hard. So deciding just one was a very difficult job, but the person who we decided is somebody who I personally knew even before I started as the Vice President. He's one of the people that I sit in meetings with, just next to him, and then we're just laughing. He does not even feel like an administrator to me because our bond started more of like friends. And for that, Administrator of the Award for 2025-2026 goes to Dr. Brian Jones.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you. As you all know, I've been acting this year, and it's thanks to all of you that I'm still here. So thank you very much. Congratulations.
And this year we're doing something that's a little unusual, something that not every year student government does. We are giving another award as well for one of the administrators. So if you guys know something, I made it very clear in my inauguration speech. I am an international student, and this year for us particularly was not easy. The amount of mental breakdown I've had, the amount of mental breakdowns my friends have had, and the way we have sat down in a room together, cried for hours, while I was running as student government leadership and representing all the students was not easy. But there was a lot of people who was there for us, who stood behind us and who were there to support us day in and day out. I've seen people call me on weekends, and they don't even have to work weekends. I've seen people call me at 7 p.m., 11 p.m. at night and ask me if I was doing okay, and those included administrators. And at the end of the day, I was just a student. I was not needed. However, this award is really special to me because this goes to, this is Award of Excellence for Dean Will, because of the constant support and the hard work that he has given to represent international students and support us in every way. Will, can we have you on the stage, please?
Thanks. This year has been really wild, and I was telling somebody the other day that this has probably professionally been like the hardest year in my life, watching what was an incredible system that provided opportunities for international students to come to the US be slowly disassembled in the name of safety and protection that feels disingenuous and slightly fraudulent to me, to be honest. So I really appreciate it because in spite of like the difficult year that we've had on this campus, like this has probably also been the most fulfilling year of my life professionally, and watching the way that this community, this state, and this student body really stood up for and with and behind international students is totally awe-inspiring. So really, I feel like the folks who deserve the recognition are all of you. So just keep being awesome, keep remembering the value and the importance of standing up with and for our neighbors, protecting one another, elevating and amplifying human dignity and worth, because that is really what matters, and that really is what and why, like, we're here, right? We're here to improve the human condition, and we can only do that when we're all in. All of us are all in on that mission. So thanks, guys. You're incredible.
Next up, we have the introduction of the Student Government and Maverick Shop Leadership Award. 5 $500 awards will be awarded to students who have demonstrated profound leadership on campus and in the community. The scholarship will provide funds for students to purchase class materials at the on-campus Maverick Bookshop. This scholarship is to specific students who hold membership in the Residence Hall Association, student events team, and any officially recognized RSO, student government, or an intercollegiate athletics team. If you are present, please come forward to accept your certificate. The 2026-2027 Student Government and Maverick Shop Leadership Award winners are Degwani Kabade, Exarchain, I'm so sorry, I cannot pronounce this, Fanbino, Connor Vanderwick, Adelina Wandimu, and Sneha Kafle. Do you want to repronounce that for me? other present. Got a lot of them.
The last one. You want to give it to me?
Of course.
I have my own signature.
Next up, we have our outgoing presidential speech by Andrew Colleran.
I'll adjust this. Okay, let's see. One more speech, y'all. One more speech. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. My name is Andrew Colleran. I use he, they pronouns. I'm a senior major in accounting, political science, and your third student body president for student government. First off, when it comes to this inauguration speech, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everyone being here. I know it's been a very busy time of the year with the fiscal year ending, and also for us students, we're seeing Dead Week come up very soon, and Finals Week right around the corner. So thank you so much for having us, for spending time to be here in this event, and to listen to students to celebrate student government. Next up, I want to say thank you to my team. Thank you, VP Kathleen. Snea, you've been absolutely amazing. I really appreciate you for being here and being active in this role with me. We made it. I really appreciate y'all for being with me. I know, Snea, that I would not be up here speaking right now if it weren't for you, so thank you so much. I also want to say thank you to our speaker, Abigail Andrea. Abby, thank you so much for running the budget meeting. I'm so happy we were able to be there. I really appreciate you standing up for the opportunity to join activity and still be active here. I want to say thank you to the Senate and all the committees. Thank you all for all the work that y'all have done. We've been here for this long year, and we've done so much work, and it's absolutely amazing. So I want to say thank you so much for that and all the work we've done together. I want to say thank you to our advisor, John Bocock. John, you've been absolutely amazing. I've had so many advisors across my leadership and through being a student here, but I think you're definitely my favorite. You've done so much to care about student government and give your perspective, and it really shows that you care about the 9th student government, myself as 9th to my president, and also me as Andrew. So thank you so much, and I really appreciate that. Finally, I want to say thank you to my friends and being active here in my life. When it comes to the role of student government, it can feel like we're facing a tsunami sometimes. And sometimes I don't make it clear whether I'm facing it or not, but for y'all, I really appreciate y'all for being my rock and being something I can hold on to when times are tough. So when it comes to inauguration speeches and giving thank yous, sometimes that's where presidents stop right there and be brief with it. If anyone has seen my officer reports, you know I'm not going to be brief. I'm going to be as thorough as possible, so I'll happily keep going. Beyond thank yous, I didn't really know what I wanted to say in my speech. I never really asked the question of what do I really communicate in it? Like, do I talk about what the 9th student government is? Do I talk about the beginnings of the 94th student government? Do I complain about how the bathrooms and the vending machines are so far away from the office? I just didn't know at the moment. But eventually I learned that I wanted to do it on reflection. I wanted to reflect on my own journey and where we're going in for student government. So with that reflection, I want to start reflecting on myself and my journey here. After looking at everything here, I realized I've been here, I'm graduating, but I've been here for 5 years now. And 5 years ago, half a decade ago, oh my God, half a decade ago, I remember in April 2021, where I went just past the entrance over there and entered the CSU and stepped on foot for the campus for the very first time. Going over there, I was absolutely starstruck. Starstruck by the community, struck by the campus, but also starstruck by the speakers. The people being active in the space and people who speak up in front of a crowd, happy, content, and comfortable in their own skin. When being active over here, I did not really see myself comfortable in my own skin in April 2021. Though 5 years later, I have seen myself grow so much as a human being. And I'm so happy to be here, and while yes, I'm very clearly nervous, I'm still here, happy to be active in this role, and be able to give speeches to y'all, and be comfortable in my own skin when talking to everyone here. And it's been absolutely amazing to reflect on being here in this role as well. Like, there's just been so much work done through student government across these years, and like I just really appreciate being given the opportunity to do this work. Whether it be managing the senators and coordinators, being active committees, giving endless reports, and doing one more thing. What was it? Oh yeah, being a student. That helped a little bit as well. So when it came to reflecting on it, it's just been really good just to reflect on like what my experience has been and what I've been doing as student body president. Though I realized in being active across here, let's see if this works. I want to do something a little bit unscripted, and usually it does not work well for me, so I'll see how this goes. But we'll see how it goes across there. When it came to my reflection as student body president, I realized there's a couple things I'd want to touch on still, despite being here in this role for roughly 20-ish minutes. So on this role, I just want to just spend some time just reflect together. I want to sit down with y'all and just be active in this role, and I just recognize that we're all in this together, as we've always been in together. So, I just want to tell you, I just want to reflect on the amazing things we've done. And I just want to address my percent over here. I want you all to reflect on the amazing things you've done this year. I want you all to reflect on the fact that y'all have a year under your belt, and so much time has passed. I want you to reflect on where you were, where you are now, and where you will be. So the last night for student government to reflect on that is the next few minutes while I continue my reflection for the night for student government. We're reflecting on the night for student government is here to newly face adversity. Adversity and systems around us and a common situation of those adversity. There are systems around us that make it very difficult for students to be active in the world right now. And it feels like all the systems are culminating into this really big long answer. It's called behemoth. When it comes to student government, it feels like they're facing the behemoth of belonging to place on hall. Facing the behemoth of the allocation model and not getting enough funding for university. Facing the behemoth of looking at the funding for higher education and how it's long stagnated while innovation exists. So it feels like we're looking at innovation as a primary student government. We're looking at it and staring at it, and I hope that it serves that. When it says that, it's against us. And sometimes I feel really frustrated. But no, as a 9% student government, we didn't just stare. We fought. And we didn't fight each other. We fought against the system that we're in with collaboration and innovation. Through the fighting, we have passed legislation asking for the Minnesota system and the Minnesota State legislature to approve replacement costs on water by unanimous consent. We have passed legislation asking for the Minnesota system to finally reevaluate the allocation model and have proper and equitable funding for our university and our sister universities by unanimous consent. And we have passed legislation asking for the legislature for the next fiscal year to consider fully funded tuition increase that would increase the funding for the colleges and other tuition increases by unanimous consent. We've done so much together, all while still advocating for student wages, the online education resources, textbooks, and the basic food needs of our students. We have done so much together. And to sit down with all the animals, I'm so happy. And as well as these last few thoughts on very well, that's why I want you to actively our first song and our first song. So that's the first thing I want you to know. The second thing I want to know is to 94 student government. To 94 student government, whether y'all like it or not, you'll be asked to rise with the occasion. Soon you'll be asked to stand up and sworn in. And be active in the roles of our government. You'll be asked to stand up for the students that have elected you into the roles that you will be in soon, and be active in that capacity when it comes to it. I'm sorry to communicate that you will be inheriting the behemoth of the situation that we are in. However, the weight can feel overwhelming, and I can say it's from experience. But I can also say from experience that the weight will not crush us. We're students. We're very resilient human beings. Whether we are active in a system that succeeds or fails us, we will continue to move on, and will continue to act together through resilience. When it comes to resilience, there's different ways that it acts on people and different ways it keeps people going. For me, it's hope. Hope that things will get better and be active throughout. And that kept me going across my term. I will say that my hope during my time here has been turned, redirected, and even squashed, but it's never been destroyed. So as I continue to hope, I'll hope for all this shall pass and continue across the 94th student government. I hope you all continue the legacy of the 93rd student government and be active in collaboration and continue to fight the behemoth that we're in. And I hope that y'all create your own legacy because y'all have so many amazing interests and initiatives I look forward to seeing. I look forward to seeing as no longer a student. So as I broaden scope again, address everyone here, I just want to say thank you one last time. It has been an absolute honor. So, Andrew Collar, 93rd student president, over and out.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Next up, I'd like to call up our incredible Vice President Coughlin. I have to do this every year, you guys.
Hi everyone. First of all, thank you so much for joining us today. If you don't know me, my name is Sneha Kafle and I am still your current body vice president. And the fact that this will be my last speech as your vice president is a very bittersweet feeling. Just like I began my inauguration speech, I would like to begin this with gratitude as well, because no journey like this is ever walked alone. First, I'd like to thank my parents who are probably watching this right now, getting up at like 4 in the morning. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for always being proud of me. And thank you for picking up the calls every time I called you crying, saying, I don't think I can do this anymore. To my brother, who's never really cared about any of the updates going in my life or any of the drama, but listen to it anyways. To my friends here in Mankato, who are literally my second family, who have stood there, listened to me rant for hours, who have cried together with me, who have laughed with me, who have no idea what goes in student government, but still listen to me all the time. They've been my family. And to the person who introduced me to student government, believed in myself even before I knew I could do it, called me to student government office before I even knew what student government was. Roshan, thank you so much. You've been the biggest cheerleader and I will forever be grateful for you for that. Every one of you have helped me change this year. You've helped me grow as an individual. You've supported me, you've challenged me, and you've also helped me become a stronger version of myself. I also want to thank John, who has been our advisor, who has always given us an incredible support. Brian, who learned about student government the same way I did. We had absolutely no idea what we were doing, but we still kept on going. Will, JC, Paulina, the amount of times they've picked up my call and I've ranted and vented to them, and they've stayed through it all, just means so much than words can ever explain. And to my 93rd Student Government Senate, my journey would have never been complete without all of you. It has been an honor to serve beside each and every one of you and be your vice president and serve you as one. And my expanded cabinet, President Koran, former Speaker Thapa, and Speaker Andrew, you guys have been the biggest support. You guys have played such an important part in my journey. Thinking back to a year ago, when Andrew sent me an email over spring break, my first thought was, who's this dude, random dude, sending me a 1-page long email asking me to join student government on a spring break while I'm in Chicago? Little did I know that this year he would be the person I would grow closest to, and one of the people that I would talk all the time. Andrew, I cannot express how grateful I am that I got a chance to serve as your vice president. Yes, we had our disagreements. Yes, we did fight a lot. And yes, there were a lot of times where we did not agree. But honestly, we were the best team. Because leadership is not always about being the same. It is about balancing each other. Andrew's kindness and my sassiness, his patience and my boldness, like the Senate likes to tell it, his way of solving things in peace and my way of calling each and everyone out, it just worked out at the end of the day. If I'm being honest, like I said, this has been one of the hardest years of my life. Being an international student far from home, not being able to go back home, balancing nursing school while running as vice president for student government, countless meetings, budget planning, advocacy, having difficult conversation, public pressure, sleepless nights, getting up at 7 in the morning when my bedtime was 5 a.m. in the morning. None of those were easy. Unlike many of you, my first real experience in student government was actually running as the vice president. I had to learn fast. I had to grow fast. I also had to fail fast, and I did. There were mornings where I woke up absolutely exhausted. There were mornings, nights where I barely even slept. There were days when I questioned myself if I was doing enough. But through it all, I learned something very important. Passion matters, your dedication matters, and your hard work matters. Titles do not make leaders, and that's one thing I've realized being in this title. Your effort does, your character and your heart does. To Chase and Kate, our new incoming leaders, let me be honest with you. When I gave my inauguration speech last year, I was not nearly as serious as I should have been because I had absolutely no idea what I was signing up for. And I know exactly how it feels to be standing on your shoes right now. But trust me, once you take that oath and come here and tell it, trust me, it does make a difference. Everything changes. These titles might sound very exciting. President, vice president, fancy, sounds glamorous, right? But behind those titles are the responsibilities that nobody sees. Behind those titles are the struggles that you have to go through it all by yourself. Your job is not to be known. Your job is not to be praised. Your job is to serve. Your responsibility is to make sure that each and every student's voice is heard, even the ones that you do not agree with, especially those voices. Always remember why you ran. Always prioritize your student body because you need those students' bodies the same way they need you. Always choose what is right over what is easy. There will be moments where you'll have to make incredibly difficult decisions. There will be moments where your leadership will feel very lonely. There will be moments where you disagree with the people that you care about the most. But that is a part of this role. That is what this job demands you to do. And I'm proud of you for stepping forward, and I wish you nothing but success. And to my 93rd Student Senate, when I started this journey, I never thought I would grow so close with you guys because I was so busy with academic work all the time. The hardest part of leaving this role is not just passing over my title. It is leaving all of you guys and having to say goodbye to each and every one of you. I am so proud of everything that you have accomplished so far. Open educational resource, a new AED on campus, trying our best to stop retrenchment, advocating for increased student pay, pedestrian safety, Armstrong bonding resolution, and there is so much more that President Coren has already covered. Each of your projects made a difference, each effort mattered, each one of you have left a mark that will be remembered long after you're gone. And that is what leadership truly is, not applauses, not titles, not recognitions. It's leaving something better than when you found it. As I step away from this role, I want everyone here and everyone who may watch this in the future to know, student leadership is not easy. And I'm telling that from a personal experience. It requires time, energy, sacrifice, sometimes even tears. It does challenge your mental health and it tastes your patience. It can push you beyond what you thought you could handle. But we do it because students matter. Every disagreement we have had, every argument we have had, every difficult conversation we have had, at the center of it all, it was just one goal: to serve our students, to make students' life better. And I hope we can move past this year with grace, unity, and hope, allowing this new leadership team to bring fresh ideas, new purpose, and continued advocacy. Lastly, I hope I made each and every one of you proud. And I hope every person remembering this, listening to this, remembers, be brave, be passionate, stand for what you believe in, because like I said, if a girl who came to United States at the age of 18, all the way from Nepal, all by herself could do it, Any one of you can do it. Because no matter how dark the tunnel is, there's always light at the end of the day. Thank you so much for giving me the honor, the privilege, and the responsibility of representing each and every one of you as your student body vice president. It has been truly one of the greatest honor of my life. Thank you so much, Vice President Kafle.
All right, and while I have no speech until next week's banquet, I do want to say thank you again for everyone's hard work that everyone has put into the 93rd Senate. I appreciate all of your input, I appreciate all of your time, and all of the incredible projects that I have seen passed here by all of you. Moving on, we will be now entering the inauguration of the 94th Student Government. With that, would the 2026-2027 94th Student Body President, Chase Hyber, step up and speak a little bit about your future goals?
What's up, Mavericks? Let me just say what an honor it is to be standing up here in front of you all today. But before I get too excited, let me burst my own bubble and talk a little bit about me and Cade's campaign slogan. It's time to get things done. The observant among you will note that alone doesn't mean anything. And to be honest with you, that's by design. For two reasons. The first one, I'll be honest, I wasn't smart enough to think up a better slogan. The second was that we need to work together to achieve anything. No one president or vice president can achieve anything without the support of the Senate behind them. I recognize this wasn't the results a lot of you hoped for, but I hope we can step past that and fight for the students we're about to be sworn to. At the end of the day, we're a team, and we're one of the only teams stepping up each and every day to bat for these students. Because let me be honest with you, our job doesn't have a finish line. We never get to rest on our laurels and call the job finished. We have to keep fighting. And these issues we're fighting aren't small. Just in the last year, we've seen our voices get ignored by elected officials unwilling to even listen to us talk about the state of Armstrong. We need to keep fighting. We've seen our own administration at times ignore the serious issue of retrenchment and how it's affecting this college that I love. We need to keep fighting. And worst of all, we saw ICE attempt to tear this community apart. We need to unite, and we need to keep fighting. Let me take a moment to talk about what we're fighting for. Student government is unknown right now. We need to bring it to the light. We can't be true representatives of the students until the students know that they're being represented. We have so much power to make students' lives better, but we can't do that until we know where the issues are. We need to put the student back into student government. Second, we're fighting for our international students as well. We are so blessed on this campus to have students from not only every walk of life, but from across this beautiful globe we call Earth. We need to make sure this school continues to accommodate them and continues to serve them. Finally, we need to keep working to redouble our efforts to work with our fellow organizations on campus. Whether it's dorms, frats, sororities, clubs, activities, anything. We just need to make sure every student not only feels that their voice is heard, but that it's wanted and encouraged to join the chorus that we hear in student government. I know every one of you senators, new and old, are capable of so much. I swear to do everything I can to support you all. All I ask in return is leniency. I will make mistakes. I'm new to my job, so is my VP. Even though we have the two greatest predecessors in the world prepping us for the lion's den, we will still need your support. But that's enough about business. Before I hop off my soapbox here a little bit, I hope you'll allow me some thank yous. First and most importantly, thank you to Andrew, Sneha, and Abby. Your guys' advice and welcome has been incredible. I almost wish I could stay president-elect just so I could keep meeting with y'all. In particular, I'd like to highlight Andrew, who, beyond being the guy who encouraged me to run in the first place, has been so damn helpful in teaching me about what it means to be president. I know I'm not easy to teach. I've met some squirrels on campus who catch on to things quicker than me. So I can't overstate what his continued tenacity meant to me. Next, I need to thank my buddy Cade. Cade met me as a Weasley little nervous freshman and watched me transform into a Weasley little nervous sophomore. No, but seriously, Cade has put so much faith into me, and he spent so many early mornings campaigning in front of the fountain and so many late nights campaigning in Rounder's Bar. I just can't say enough that everyone needs a guy like Cade in their corner, and I'm just so thankful he's in mine. Next, let me talk about some of my friends who are here. Sound off if you guys hear your name. That way everybody watching believes I have friends. Mike, Cal, Clara, should I hear? Evelyn, Maddie, Sophie, and Jack, who also wasn't able to make it. Your guys' support has meant everything to me. I would certainly not be up here without your support, and if I was, I would certainly have pulled my hair out by now. There was a name I left out, though. My friend Thomas deserves a special mention, because he acted as my shoulder to cry on when things got tough, and the first guy I'd tell when things were going right. You mean everything to me, brother. Thank you so much. Next, my girlfriend Hillary. She begged me not to call her the First Lady of Mankato, which has made me want to do it even more. But she's been here for me through everything, and I just can't imagine standing up here and not sharing this win with her. Because after all her support, I'll confidently say it's our win, not just mine. Next, I'd like to thank the ROTC. They've been my biggest supporters, and more than that, they've been a family to me. And I really mean that. There's nobody I would rather continue learning alongside. Even when you guys are just laughing at me after I fall off an obstacle, that means everything to me. Alongside my peers in the ROTC, I'd like to make a special shout out to the cadre who have taught me so much about leadership. In particular, I'd like to call out Mr. Hipskind, who's taught me everything I know about being a leader. I mention that because if I suck, now you know who to blame. No, but seriously, Mr. Hipskind has been my biggest mentor and role model this year, and I'm so thankful for all the lessons he's taught me and will continue to teach me. If I'm even half the leader he is someday, I think I'll do some great things. Next, I want to thank my family back home, particularly my parents, who I called as much as possible to update them on what I was doing and whose advice I tried to take at every turn. I love you guys so much, and there's not a day that goes by that I'm not thankful for you. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank you guys, all the senators, for running and for being here. I know we're going to do great things, and I can't wait to hit the ground running. I just can't wait to get to work and get things done. Thank you guys.
Next, I'd like to call up the 2026-2027 94th Student Government Vice President, Cade Pavak.
Hello, everyone. Let me just first start by saying it's an absolute honor to be standing here today as your newly elected Vice President. I don't take this responsibility lightly, one that you, the students, have entrusted in me. Not because of the title, but because of what it represents: trust, responsibility, and the opportunity to serve a community that I'm proud to be a part of. One of the things I bring to the table is perspective. I'm someone with a story, someone who's taken a path that wasn't exactly straight, and because of that, I can connect with a wide variety of people and students alike. My path to this moment hasn't been perfect, not even close. I'll be honest with you, for those of you that do not know my story, I've been in and out of college for the last 6 years, across 2 different campuses. For me, college has been a bit of a roller coaster, filled with some of the highest of highs and also some of the lowest points in my life. I can already see my parents over there smiling because they know exactly how true that statement really is. And my friends who couldn't make it today would definitely back that up. If you had told me 6 years ago I'd be standing here giving an inauguration speech, I would have probably looked at you and asked, "Are you sure you got the right guy?" I didn't come into college with everything figured out. I made mistakes. I struggled both academically and socially. I was trying to find my footing, like a lot of students do when they first step out on their own. And the truth is, that process isn't easy, but it forces you to grow, and growth is what truly matters at the end of the day. I know what it feels like to struggle in a new environment, because I've lived it. I was academically disenrolled in the spring of my sophomore year at my first university. That was my rock bottom. And from the outside looking in, it probably looked like I'd failed. But I learned something during that time, something that has stuck with me even today. Failure isn't about falling short. True failure is choosing not to get back up after life beats you down. There's a quote from Rocky Balboa, one of my favorite movies, that stuck with me. And he says, "It isn't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward." And that became real for me. I realized quickly I'm not someone who stays down. So I got back to work, put my head down, and I didn't listen to the opinions of others mocking me or making fun of my shortcomings. I instead leaned into discipline and pushed through those long nights, and slowly but surely started to turn things around. And I'm proud of that. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real. I know I'm not the only person here who's had those moments of sitting back and thinking, what am I doing with my life? If you've ever had that thought before, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck. Life has a way of working itself out only if you're willing to keep showing up. In between my first and second universities, I enrolled in an accelerated flight program, and during those 11 months, my only focus was to win, to be 1% better every single day. After finishing flight school, I made the decision to come back to school again, back to where I'd failed once before. And at that same time, I joined the National Guard in ROTC, which, depending on the day, feels like either a great idea or a very humbling one. But in all seriousness, those experiences taught me something important about leadership. Leadership isn't about being in charge. It's about being responsible. It's about accountability, and it's about putting others before yourself and genuinely caring about the people you represent. And at the end of the day, I'm still a student, just like all of you. I've balanced school, work, responsibilities, and everything else life throws your way. I understand what it feels like to feel stretched thin, to have competing priorities, and to still try to show up and do your best. So when I say I'm here to represent you, I mean it wholeheartedly. My goal as Vice President is simple: to listen, to act, and to follow through to the best of my ability. Not just to talk about change, but to make systematic improvements where we can. This position isn't something I take lightly. It's something I truly believe I'm ready for. As we move forward, I want this to be more about more than a title. I want it to be about results. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about me, it's about us. It's about the kind of community we want to build together. I promise to work hard, to stay accountable, and to keep us moving in the right direction, even if I need a little course correction along the way. And at the end of the day, it is the student's voice that matters. Another important part of this role I'd like to bring up is working closely with our student senators. The reality is, we won't always agree. Different perspectives are a part of what makes student government effective. They challenge ideas, strengthen decisions, and ensure more voices are represented. But at the end of the day, this role and every role in student government is bigger than any one opinion, any one agenda, or any one person. Our responsibility is to the students. That means putting aside our personal differences when necessary, focusing on the bigger picture, and making decisions based on what truly benefits the student body as a whole. I'm committed to working with every one of you senators, regardless of where we may differ, to find common ground and move forward in a way that serves all students. Because progress doesn't come from agreement alone, it comes from collaboration, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to doing what's right. And I truly believe that if we keep that focus, we can accomplish a lot together. I like to thank Chase and I as predecessors, Andrew and Sneha. Andrew, I have the utmost respect for the way you carry yourself and for the genuine passion you bring to preserving the integrity, history, and professionalism of student-led government. You've established a strong foundation that will continue to shape and strengthen student government here in Mankato for many years to come. Sneha, I'm truly honored to continue to follow in your footsteps. Being someone to come into this role as vice president without any former student government experience isn't easy, but you showed up and got to work. You didn't care if people said you were inexperienced. You've shown that real leadership comes down to character, respecting others, and also standing firm when needed. I'd like to thank my running mate Chase over there for being so kind and asking me to be his running mate. I'm the youngest boy in my family, and so he's kind of filled this role of the scrawny, less athletic, and less good-looking version of me. Don't worry, I'll still protect you if anyone tries to steal your lunch money in the student government office. But seriously, Chase is one of the most passionate and caring people I know. It is such an honor to work beside him, and I can't wait to continue working with him this coming year. He truly makes me a better man every single day we share together. Chase, even though I might see you as a little brother, I still find myself looking up to you at times. I'd also like to thank my beautiful girlfriend Maddie, who is unable to make it tonight. She's studying abroad in the U.S. Virgin Islands, but I couldn't have done any of this without her. She truly pushes me in every aspect of my life, and I wouldn't be half the man I am without her. Ever since we started dating, I have somehow gotten straight A's. So whatever spell you've cast on me, keep it up. But seriously, she is one of the strongest people I know, and it's so easy to celebrate her and everything she does. It's hard not having her here to celebrate this tonight, but this is as much yours as it is mine. You are my rock, and I can't wait to see you soon. I love you. Lastly, I want to take a moment to thank the people who have been there for me through all of this. Mom, Dad, I can't thank you enough for standing by me through every phase of this journey, especially the ones that weren't easy. You believed in me when I didn't always believe in myself. You never gave up on me, even if it seemed like everyone else did. Everything I've accomplished is built on the foundation you gave me, and I carry that with me every single day. I'm so proud to be your son. I couldn't have asked for a better support system, and while I may never fully be able to express how much you truly mean to me, I hope you know how grateful I am. I love you both. Thank you.
People are ready to stand. We will start swearing in the following. The following MNSU students have been elected by the student body as senators. Please come forward as I call your name for your inauguration. Brady Miles, Lilith Aubert, Julia Sharp, Raiko Lyogi, Serene Liu, Andrew Hipster, Anahagi Zuiga, Andrew Soundbash, Nicholas Olson, Katie Manisha Diamande, Rejoice Ukorandu, Charles Hillstead, Kate Hendel, Kalissa Willie, Lydia Barrows, Zion Shane Shanabenlu, Marie Amuna Armois, Ben Wilkins, Isaac Stokes, Noah Wickersham, Nola Ray, Charles Hillstead, Joanna Sposa, Ashton Morris, Jalilia Ashmoano, Andrew Soundbash, Nola Ray, and Davis Jensen, and all right, perfect. Do we have Pablo Alvarez Reyes? Thank you. Had to turn to the next page. Sam Burns. Thank you. All right, with that, if there's anyone else that I may have missed, please walk up. I will have everyone raise their right hand, please, and repeat after me. I state your name. will represent and serve the students of Minnesota State University Mankato in student life and academic needs, and will uphold the mission, Constitution, and bylaws of the student government. I so affirm. Next up, I'd like to call up the VP to help swear in our next student body vice president.
You guys can go and take your seats. Thank you. The VP-elect, can I have you on the stage, please? Raise your right hand. I swear your name.
I, Kate Pavik,
Will represent and serve
will represent and serve
the students of Minnesota State University Mankato
the students of Minnesota State University Mankato
in student life
in student life
and academic needs,
and academic needs,
and will uphold the mission,
and will uphold the mission,
Constitution,
Constitution,
and
and bylaws
of the student government.
of the student government.
I so affirm.
I so affirm.
Congratulations, Vice President.
Next, I call up our current student body president to swear in our student body president-elect.
Hello again, everyone. Last time. Okay. Pull up your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Chase Iber,
Will represent and serve
will represent and serve
the students of Minnesota State University Mankato
the students of Minnesota State University Mankato
in student life
in student life
and academic needs,
and academic needs,
and will uphold the mission,
and will uphold the mission,
Constitution, and bylaws
and bylaws
of the student government.
of the student government.
I so affirm.
I so affirm.
Congratulations.
And with that, I call up 5 more speeches. Just kidding. With that, I would like to say thank you again to everyone in the 93rd Senate, and please give a huge welcome to our 94th Senate and new cabinet. Just a reminder for everyone here, make sure to go get your headshots immediately after this. If you have been recently elected in any position. And with that, I thank you all for coming, and I bring this meeting to a close.
There's also food and cake, you guys, so you guys can go and grab food and cake. Okay?
Have a wonderful day. It's done.